Hi, I'm attorney Adam Diamond with Diamond Real Estate Law in McHenry, Illinois. As you may know, our team helps hundreds of people buy and sell their homes in the Chicago metro area every year. Sometimes as the managing attorney, I'll see a trend or interesting pattern that I want to talk about to our key realtors we work with, and I made up a name for it. I call it a diamond tip. See what I did there? Anyway, the diamond tip for today is talking about appraisal escalation addendums or appraisal escalations. In the current marketplace, this video is being recorded in June of 2020. We're still seeing huge demand for properties, as you all know, and we're seeing buyers having to fight to get their offer accepted. One of the ways they fight is by adding an escalation clause to the contract or an addendum that says if the property doesn't appraise or appraises below the purchase price, they'll contribute a certain amount. So for example, if you have a property that's selling for $300,000, the buyer writes an offer, says if it doesn't appraise for $300,000, I'll kick in another $20,000. It sounds really simple in concept, but what we're seeing as we're seeing more and more of these types of addendums and deals in the transactions is little issues like, well, if the appraisal comes in at $290,000, does that mean the buyer's automatically going to go up to $310,000 and kick in the full $20,000? Or are they going to just pay the even $300,000? What if the buyer wants to reconfigure their loan to meet the purchase price? Does that mean if they can't get that loan, they breach the contract because they didn't apply for a loan with the exact terms as written initially in the contract? Now, a lot of these things can be straightened out by the attorneys in attorney review, but it's good to know what's going on up front and to be aware of these issues. Now, as an attorney, when we're preparing these addendums, the more exceptions and the more things you try to cram into it, the more complicated and convoluted it gets, and it loses some of the spirit of the simplicity and the power of presenting it with an offer. So the client has to make a judgment call as to how simple or complicated they want to make it. Some clients will say, keep it super simple, we'll clean it up on attorney review. Other clients say, wow, I'm really worried about that. I want to be careful, so let's draft that on the front end. If at all possible, you have the opportunity to have the attorney you're working with talk to the client before they write the offer and draft the addendum ahead of time, or at least coach them and give them legal advice on this, your buyer's going to be in a great position. And sellers, obviously, we can't warn them enough about appraisals being crazy and manage their expectations. So your real estate attorney should be there to do that for you too. In this email, I'm going to provide you with some examples of appraisal escalation clauses. So hopefully you found this video useful and you enjoyed your diamond tip for the day. Thank you. Take care.